Okay, so now first we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna saute the noodles to add a little bit of flavor to them, because once I get to doing the meat, the steak and the chicken, there's no need to really season it because it's leftovers. It's already got flavor and everything. I might just use the juices to make the gravy, but right now I'm gonna just go ahead and get a little heat flowing to just saute my noodles, give a little sprinkle on them, you know, to get them. They plain Jane right now. And this is my all-in-one pot that I like to use. So when you see this pot all the time in videos, like I said, I found it in Marshall's for like 30 bucks. Non-stick, it's deep. I mean, I can cook anything I want in this pot. I can fry in this pot, saute, and I can do whatever I want. All in one pot. I don't got to be extra fancy with the different pots and all that. I mean, I know how some cooks do their thing, but I mean, and I love, cookware. Don't get it twisted. Like, I'm still trying to upgrade my cookware. You know what I'm saying? I'm a rookie. But I've always cooked. I'm just, rookie to this video, sharing the video thing. So, my all-in-one pot. We're going to do it on medium high. I'm using my induction plate again. Like I told you, everybody should have one of these. You know what I mean? It's good on travel. It's good, like, when you don't want to be in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? It heats up fast. It's just all that induction plate. Look it up. Alright, so I'm going to preheat the pan. So we can get these noodles dropped in. Okay, we got the pan preheated up with a little bit of olive oil up in there, so we can get these noodles in. I'm gonna try to drop the noodles in. Like I said, I got it on medium high. The noodles are already cooked. I just, get the noodles up in there. Get the noodles up in there. Yeah. Go ahead and get them around in the oil. And like I said, I just got this on medium high. We're just gonna cook it for a few minutes, just to give it a little bit of seasoning. So I'm gonna take a little bit of kosher salt. That's it, not too much. We're gonna give a little bit of pepper. Okay, sorry folks, my pepper is acting against me. Okay. There we go. There's some pepper up in there. Then I got my chili pepper, parsley, and garlic. Shout out to Ray Mack, another YouTuber. He said go to Ross. I did that. Got the herbs up in there. Yeah, get the herbs up in there. There we go. Okay, and I got my Creole seasoning. I always like to add that for extra Alright. We're going to mix that up. Just a few minutes. Like I said, the pasta's already cooked. Add a little bit of salt and pepper. Get the, as you can see how them herbs is up on that. I can zoom it in a little bit. Let me see if I can zoom it in for y'all. So y'all can see them herbs up on them. Yeah, see them herbs up on them? On them noodles? That's how I want to do it. So it just look crazy. It look pretty. You see them spice? And just mix it up for a few minutes. And like I said, this is left overnight. So leftover sometimes, I always try to do something different every night, but then it gets to those times where you don't know what you want, and that's why I like to watch a lot of YouTubers and go on the internet and watch other people's recipes, to give me ideas of what I can come up with. You know what I'm saying? Like different ways to make something different. Like you know, it's you know, everybody's always eating the plain Jane chicken, fish, steak. But what about a different flavor? I mean, it's like it's. I mean, I try to watch everything. I mean, I be watching cooking shows from all over the world, Japan, street cooks, different countries. I watch all that. I'll give anything a try. And what I do is, I'm not like biting. Well, for all that don't know, because you know I'm speaking in hood slang. Biting, like I'm not trying to copy nobody's recipe. I give props to whoever. I just like that because it's recipes where I might add something to it because me and my wife might not eat what's in your recipe. So once I add my twist to the recipe, it's my recipe. You know what I'm saying? Or my version of the recipe. You know what I'm saying? Say my recipe because I didn't create it. Like I said, you know, I'm just a, you know, regular dude that like to cook. That's all. And trying to learn more every day and trying to get better. And I'm just sharing with y'all my experience and my love. You know, my passion, my hobby. You know? I'm pretty sure everybody got hobbies out there, things that they like to do. I'm just sharing mine with y'all. Okay, so we got that cooked up, sauteed up. We're gonna take that out the pan and get ready to go to our chicken and steak, you know, leftover night. Okay, got everything cleaned up, ready to get this leftover chicken steak stir freestyle, Streetz freestyle, what I like to call it. You know, you make your own little freestyle. You know, it's basically a chicken and steak stir fry. You could probably go online and look up a lot of different recipes that use it. I just added my own little twist to it, but I think that's what's the fun in cooking. Everybody, all the videos I watch, it's just basically everybody's adding their own twist to it. And then some people just make it like other people make it. So I'm gonna just put a little bit of olive oil in there. And not saying that I need the oil, but I want to use that when it comes to doing the gravy, you know, the homemade gravy. Okay, so we're gonna get this heated up, medium high. Get that heated up, medium high. Ready to get started. Okay, pan nice and preheated. We're gonna go ahead and get our leftovers up in there. And we're only going to do the leftovers for a couple of minutes. Like I said, it's already cooked. We're just heating it up, basically. But I'm going to use the juices for our gravy. Yeah, so I'm going to leave that on medium heat. Let it cook for a couple of minutes. Let it cook for a couple of minutes because I just want it to get hot, and then I'm just go ahead and remove it because, you know, I gotta make the gravy and add it to the gravy. You see, I still got a lot of juices from when I cooked it the last time. A lot of juices that came from the flavor, but we're gonna use those juices to make the gravy. So I'm gonna just let that warm up for a minute. And come back and we get ready to start it on our gravy. Okay, it's been a few minutes. You see the little boils heated up. I just want to heat it up. I just want to heat it up a little bit, not a lot. Not a lot. You know, just enough to get it warm a little bit because, you know, we're going to add it to our gravy. We're going to use these juices to make the gravy. Okay, so I'm going to let that heat up a little bit. Got the chicken and steak warmed up. We're going to let that heat up a bit. Now we're going to get to making our gravy. Okay, as you can see, I got my juices flowing. Brought them to a boil, let them flow, make this gravy. Now, when I first made homemade gravy, actually, my daughter's mother, her mother, Rest in peace, Stevie. Much love. Uh, she had showed me one day how to do the homemade. We was in the house chilling, and I said, "How do you make homemade gravy from scratch?" And she gave me like an old school, simple way. You know, the leftover oil from whatever you cook, the chicken or the beef or whatever, with some flour, some water, that it season and how you want your gravy to taste, whatever. And since then, I've seen so many people do it so many different ways on how to make gravy. I mean, of course, there's the right way to make it. Then there's the way that people make it. You know, I think like cooking evolves. So you're kind of seeing me do the same thing. So, because I want to use the juices from the leftovers to add to the gravy flavor. You know, I got some seasonings, but you know, I'm not trying to really season it too much. So put a little bit of butter in there. That's maybe a teaspoon. Told you I be freestyling. I don't keep track of the measurements. Like I said, a lot of cooks that I used to watch and learn from, including my mother, freestyled it. Now, where's my whisk at? Okay. So wait for this butter to melt up. See, wait for the butter to melt up. Just mixed in with the juices. You know, and mind you, I remember I had that little bit of oil in there, so I got my oil base and I'm flowing right now. Flow. You know, sharing with y'all how Streetz get down, how I do it. You know, got off work early today. Well, I mean, early in the sense of, you know, I mean, I still rocked out my 8 hours, but you know, I was able to get up early enough to enjoy the weather, so that's cool. But I came home and said, you know what? I want to get the people another video. Let's get them leftover night. You know what I'm saying? Leftover night. All right. So now we're gonna take the flour. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the heat down, you know, just a tad bit, like right under medium low. And by that, hold on. Sorry, people, I'm back. I had to get some water because we need water with our gravy. Okay, so I got the flour. I'm gonna put the flour in there. You know, get the flour going. It's gonna start looking lumpy and crazy. Like, yo, how's that gonna be gravy? Yep. It's getting real sticky and lumpy. Yep. But now I'm gonna add some beef broth to it. Got some beef broth. Get the beef broth going on. And then, you know, matter of fact, I'm gonna raise the heat up a little bit to get it flowing. And then once we got it really going, then we can bring it down. But I'm gonna add the broth. And you're just gonna keep stirring. A little bit of broth. Just gonna add some water also. And I'm gonna put this up high to really get it going. And you keep stirring. Let me get my whisk. That works a lot better. Get my whisk. I'm using my spoon. You see the gravy starting to formulate a little bit. But you know, we're gonna add some water. Let me get my water. And I'm gonna add some Worcestershire sauce to it all. Alright, got my Worcestershire sauce, Heinz, all day. Just a little bit. Yeah, get that going. I'm gonna start to add my water too. There we go. I'm just gonna keep stirring it until the lumps start to go away. And like I said, I didn't really need no seasoning because the juices from the food, from the chicken and steak already was seasoned up. I might do a little taste test to see what it needs. If it needs some salt, it might not even need no salt. Already you can see I got the, let me see if I can get some more zoom on this. I got the herbs going on in there. Got the herbs going on in there from the juices. Alright, there we go. If the people can see, we got the herbs going on, you know. Getting the gravy really going. Add a little bit more water because I want to give it a little. I wanted to, you know, I'm gonna add a little extra to it. So I wanted to have. I'm gonna give it a little bit more water so it can just do its thing for a minute. Because I want to add another vegetable to it. Okay, so we're letting that go ahead and just do its thing. Alright. Now what I'm going to add to this, I'm going to add some celery. Now mind you, I got my celery. Mind you, I would love to add onions to my gravy, but like I said in other videos, my wife is allergic to onions, so I try to always do my onions separate or on the side. Yeah, keep it, you know, you gotta constantly stir though to make sure it's really going. Now, remember I told you I started it on high, but now I done got it down to medium high. Okay, I'm gonna cut up some celery. Try to get a camera so y'all can see me doing the celery, cutting up the celery real fast. So yeah, cut up the celery. I got all this stuff in the way. Cut up the celery. Now some people go ahead and saute the celery or the onions or whatever vegetables they're gonna put in their gravy beforehand, but I like a little bit of crunch. You know, like I said, it's just a twist that I'm adding to, we're eating leftovers, so we're already eating a meal that we kind of already did, and I'm just adding a little twist to it. That's all. Keep stirring my gravy. Add a little bit more water. Okay, grinding my celery. Alright, go ahead and drop the celery on in there. Alright. Excuse me, I gotta pan the camera to get back to the gravy. Yeah, there we go. Alright, get the celery mixed up in there. And like I said, some people like to cook the celery, like to have it soft or the onion soft. But I wanted to have a little bit of, you know, I want a difference in what we about to do. Alright. Letting that do its thing. Yeah, there we go. Let me see. I want to taste. Let me see. Let me taste the gravy. See if I need any extra seasoning. No, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Like I said, the seasoning from the juices from the chicken and steak is still going on. Alright. So we got the gravy flowing. So now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add my chicken steak to the gravy. So we're gonna add it to the gravy. That's why I didn't want to cook it long. So yeah, now we getting that all up in the gravy. Yeah. There we go. There we go. And you just let that simmer for like 5 minutes. Now we got another freestyle. We got the chicken, steak, peppers, mushroom, and gravy going on. Homemade gravy. Street style. And this all in one pot. I'm telling you, this all in one pot is amazing. It's amazing. If you watched other videos where I used it, it's just amazing. And I got plenty of other cookware, non-stick cookware, you know, that I use, you know, but I just love this pot. Especially when I'm doing my videos. Because my videos, I want them to be easy, quick, simple. And like I said, the meat is already cooked and everything, so it's just that once the gravy is hot, we're good to go. Just giving that a couple of minutes, you know, talking to y'all while it's just, you know, we don't have to let it cook long or simmer long. It all depends on how thick you want your gravy to be. This is like okay thick for me. This is okay. This is like medium, or I don't want it too thin, I don't want it too thick, but how's it looking? It's looking good. Looking good. We can see the herbs and the spices in it. Yeah. You see, let me get something where get the celery and everything in there. You see that? The celery, the red peppers from the leftover. Yeah. It's a whole new meal. See them mushrooms? Yeah. Yeah. We doing it. We doing it. Alright. Now I'm gonna go ahead and set up my I'm gonna set up my baguettes. So we can cut the baguettes and add the bruschetta, and you know, let's get it on the plate and see what it's hitting for. All right, now we got my bread, we got the baguettes. Told you I'm gonna, you know, add the baguettes to the side. So I got the baguettes. Whatever I don't use, they say you should freeze them. So I got my freezer bag because I'm not gonna use all of this. But I'm gonna cut them on an angle to give them that fly little flow, you know, that baguettes give you. If you ever get the appetizer at the restaurant, I mean, I love bruschetta. And it's easy to make homemade. I mean, it's just basically like tomatoes, basil, onion, you know. There's different kinds of bruschetta that people make, but you can make it homemade. But I came across a jar up in Marshall's, you know, looking for them seasonings. Came across a jar, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just cut a few pieces. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna cut a few pieces. Let me do one more. Alright. I'll use that too. And I'm gonna put the rest up in there and throw it in the freezer. So the next time I want to use it, so I can keep my bread fresh. And that's with the, so they say in the package, you know, you should freeze them, you know. I guess, you know, to keep the bread fresh. Now I got my all in one pot. Got my bruschetta. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of olive oil in here in my bowl, and I just want to brush each piece. Because I'm going to grill it on up. Brush each piece of my baguettes. You know, for my bruschetta. Like I said, at a restaurant, I love my appetizer. If they got bruschetta, good. I go with it all the time. There you go, a bit more oil. A little bit more oil going on here. There we go, a little bit more. A little bit more. Right, just tiny little bit more oil. Alright, so I got my bruschetta oiled up. Now I want to get it in the pan and you know, brown them on each side. So it's ready to eat. Alright. Now I got the baguettes oiled up. So now I'm about to oil my pan with the avocado, sunflower, coconut oil. I'm gonna spray the pan up. We're gonna get these baguettes in there. Get them grilled up on each side. Put the bruschetta on them. Bruschetta, however they say it. And we're gonna lay the noodles down, chicken down, and plate it up. So let's do it. Okay, I done sprayed the pan up. I done used sunflower, avocado, coconut oil blend spray that I like to use. Season the pan up real nice. We're gonna grill the baguettes and get them ready for the bruschetta. Let's do this. Mind you, I already lightly brushed my baguettes with the olive oil. So now we're just gonna grill them for a few minutes on each side. Get them nice and right and get ready to plate it up. Alright, we got the baguettes grilling. Let me turn them over. Let me get some tongs, turn them over. Alright, let's turn them over. We got them nicely oiled on each side. Yeah, there we go. We're getting it nice and, you know, there's a nice toasty flow going on. Okay. Told you, I love this all in one pot, man. I can toast, grill, saute, I can do anything I want in this pot. Oh, this is that end. This is the end piece. So this piece turned over. Alright. Let that go for a few more minutes. We letting it get the grill going on. Alright, we got our baguettes all done up. Show y'all. Got them nice and browned up. Clean my space up. Got the baguettes nice and browned up. Got our noodles nice and seasoned up. We got our gravy and the leftover chicken and steak. Alright, so we're gonna try to get this plate jumping off. Get the plate jumping off. Like I said, this is a leftover dish. You know, sometimes we got leftovers in the fridge, and even if it started off with one meal, we could turn it into a whole nother meal. You know what I'm saying? get some of that up on there. Yeah. That gravy. Yeah, there we go. Alright. I'm gonna try to get our bruschetta. Now the bruschetta, I told you can make the homemade bruschetta, but I had bought a jar while I was buying my spices, so we just gonna put that on there. There we go. There we go. Put the bruschetta up on there. Get the bruschetta up on there. And there we go. We're gonna zoom up on that. We got the bruschetta, the leftover chicken steak, stir fry, freestyle, whatever, with some bruschetta and some baguettes on the side. That's leftover night. You know what I mean? Rock with me. Got more videos coming, man. Gonna share. You know what? Hold on. Let me get a fork. Let me see. Let me see what kind of love this is showing. Let me see what kind of love this is showing. What kind of love this? Oh, look at that love it's showing. Yeah, look at that love it's showing. Let me take a bite of that. That's great. Then we got the bruschetta. Take a bite of that. Yeah. There you go. Definitely banging. Leftover night. Got the fuck with it. Holler at me. Streetz your boy. Bring you another video.